Welcome AI investors, another day. Looks like we got 536 in the post market on the SPY. Looks like we're trending upwards today. Yesterday, big down day, big down draft. As expected, we're in the channel still for SPY. Not to be redundant, but we've been saying this for a while. We're sticking in this channel, and I do expect a 555 or 560 retest in the coming week or so, maybe two. So what we want to see, ideally speaking, is maybe we have some amount of consolidation, we form a base, and then we head higher. All right. Now, how high will we go? Who the hell knows? But if we stay under the 50 and 200, we won't move that high. So we're looking at this zone here in the 570 zone. If it breaks out of that zone, it looks like we're going to head potentially to all-time highs. If we stall here and volume dries up and there's no buyers here, it is likely we'll retest this trend line and then potentially break it depending upon what happens at that point. So yeah, we've been looking at there have been multiple ways of looking at this chart. So yeah, we can start with this bottom here. We could go with this Elliott wave pattern here, and then we would be on wave 5. Okay, so that's one way of looking at it. Whereas this down wave was the first wave. But what way I've been looking at it more recently is that this was the first wave, and we are in the fourth wave, and we're still going to get this fifth wave, and then we'll have a correction. I think this is a much more likely scenario. Everyone's getting short the market right now and cashing out their accounts and et cetera, exactly at the wrong time. This is not how the market works. The market goes the opposite of what people think it will go, not the same direction. So I think we're headed higher, maybe significantly higher here in the coming months. And one of the trades that I've been looking at very, very closely is SOXL. So SOXL, if we look at the previous times it hit this level, which is back in 2020, we hit again back in 2022. So every 3 years or so, we hit this level. 8 for us right now. Look at what happened the prior two bounces. We got, this was extreme bull market, but we went from 4 to 72. Here we went from 6 to 68, so 10x. We're looking at least 10x returns. Again, you don't want to play that with calls because generally speaking, those calls have expiration dates, and it's generally you can't catch the draft like that. You just get shaken out with the volatility. So it's better just to buy the stock directly out with cold hard cash and just hold. And I expect we're going to be in this bull trend here. It looks like it takes about 6 months to a year to establish a great return on SOXL from this bottom. So I would say 6 months to a year. Intend on holding this because we got October 22 to August 2023, so it's a year. So we're looking at a year hold for SOXL. Buy now and hold for 1 year. I think we'll be in the 23 range for SOXL a year from now. I know that sounds like a long time, but we're talking about more than double your money in 1 year. So, and that's a pretty good return. So, unless, of course, we break below this trend line down here, then all bets are off. I would definitely be cautious then, and my tune would change entirely if this downtrend line broke. But right now, it's not breaking, so I'm bullish right now on SOXL. Another one I see bottoming is Hain. A falling wedge pattern. I think we're going to hit 16 in Hain, but we need to first see it break out of this falling wedge, which it has not done. So we're just in a wait and see mode. We want to see what happens maybe on this next earnings report. Who knows? I think we'll somehow make a bottom here and we'll trend up eventually. And we'll close this gap potentially at 32, but first target is 16. So I want to see that gap filled at 16 here, and then we'll see about 32. But first things first, let's see if it breaks out of this falling wedge, and that would make me much more bullish if it break out there. Now, one that's been very much under the radar is STNE. I do have some STNE, but STNE has been in a basing pattern since 2022. And I think it's close to a breakout, a big breakout. So if we break out of this downtrend here, we do see, looks like some kind of pennant forming. And I think that will break much likely to the upside in STNE. How high will go? We see a giant gap at 28. Definitely possible. There's a gap that's just formed here at 12. So it could retrace to 12, and we'll see what happens. Still more time here in this pennant formation to go. Usually earnings might be a catalyst, who knows, or maybe not. You know, it might just kind of stick in this pennant and then resolve itself higher later, retest and come higher, something like that. So we want to, keep this on our very close watch list, the STNE, because I think it's going to be another breakout. BABA, we're seeing it's going back up. As anticipated, we're getting a golden cross. So where can we see that? We can see that on our Google. If we Google Yahoo Finance, we can see it on, if we look at BABA here, BABA, and we look at our advanced chart. Sorry, you could also see it on TradingView, but I just don't have the subscriptions. We could see that we are now making this bullish MACD cross, bullish accumulation, bullish RSI. Everything is looking bullish for BABA right now. So from a technical standpoint, we have this golden cross coming up. Yeah, there's really not reason to be bearish on BABA at this point. You want to get long. I said get long at 109, 107. Just get long. Is a buy. When it traded down to that level, huge buy. But people are scared, and China and wars and whatever. None of that matters. What matters is the technicals, the chart. What is the chart telling you? What are the patterns telling you? That's what matters. You know, the news stream can reinforce the ideas of technicals and vice versa, but we shouldn't just trade on the news. Okay. EBS, my opinion, made a huge bottom here. I think it is going to head higher. It's my personal opinion. I don't play earnings, so you want to wait till earnings come out, then get in, fine. I think we're going to head back up to 9, in my opinion, in the coming weeks. So we have a bunch of upgrades constantly, that there's a 15 price target on EBS. I don't doubt it. The stock has been 11, 12, has been decimated. I think it is a buy here. This is my opinion. Of course, do your own DD, due diligence. So I just wanted to go over a few picks that I'm watching with you guys today, and I hope you all have a great day. As always, like, subscribe, and comment, and let the markets be with you. Take care now. Bye-bye.